Hi friends, welcome back to the channel Ruchi's Teaching. This is Ruchi here. Um, Today in this video I am going to explain about the relational operators in the C language. Okay, before I start my video, I would like to say that if you are newly watching this video, please try to subscribe the channel, and after watching the video, hope you will like it. So please give a thumbs up and share to your friends, and don't forget to comment in the comment section. Okay, let us start the video. Now in our last class I have discussed regarding arithmetic operators. Okay, now we have completed arithmetic operators in that. Now I am going to explain about the relational operators in C language. Okay, now first, what are relational operators? With that word only you should understand that something you are relating two things. Okay, with that you should understand that relation, some relation between two operands. So these are called the relational operators, and we will see just some properties. Okay, now relational operators are also called as comparational operators. Okay, relational operators are also known as comparison operators. Okay, operators, comparational operators, and while using these operators you require minimum two operands. Okay, minimum two operands are required for these operators. And third one is, it is a binary operator. Binary operator. Okay, next thing is, these are used for checking the conditions. Okay, so to check the condition, these are used, right? Now mostly these conditional, like these comparational operators or relational operators are used in control structures. Control structures are nothing but, that is one of the topic in our C language, where we'll be studying regarding that in our further classes. But meanwhile you just understand that these operators are mostly useful for us in the control structures, where you will be using conditional and loop statements. So used in control structures. Okay, used in control structures, like you will be in these control structures, you will be using conditional and loop conditional and loop statements. So when we study about control structures, you will be understanding regarding this. So meanwhile you understand that these operators are used in the control structures. Next thing is, the result with these operators are just true or false. The result will be either it will be true or false. So the result will be either true or false. Okay, true or false. Now if condition is true here in these relational operators, if condition is true, then it will return the value 1. That means when the condition is true, whatever condition you are giving in the program, if that condition is true, the return value will be 1. Okay, if condition is true, then returns 1 value. Okay, If condition is false, then it returns 0 value. So these are the things about the relational operators. Next will be the how many types of relational or comparational operator. Okay, I will write these comparational operators in the form of chart. Okay, it will be easy for you to understand. First, operator. What type of operators are there? Okay, next, meaning of that operator, right? Next, how you will use in the program. So in the form of example, I am writing that one. Okay. Okay, first one, less than sign. Okay, first one is less than sign. You will call it, the meaning of this sign is less than. Okay, how you will use that is A is less than B. So these two are the operands. Okay, constants. I am using constants here. Now greater than. So this is the greater than sign. And here example is A is greater than B, right? Now equal to. Okay, so this is called as equal to sign, and how you will write is equal to. So this is how you will use in the program. Next, less than and equal to, both you will use at a time. Okay, for that you will call this as less than or equal to. A is less than or equal to, both the conditions you are writing there. Okay, next, greater than, equal to. So same thing again, I am writing greater than or equal to. Okay, see, A is greater than or equal to. Next one is not equal to. So you will call this as exclamatory mark, and beside that one equal to, if you write, it is called as not equal to. Okay, you will write like this, A is not equal to B. Okay, so these are some relational operators you will be using in the programs. Okay, so all these things, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 relational operators. You will use these operators when you are using control structures. Okay, mostly in the control structures only you will be using all these things. Okay, now this is the operators, relational operators chart. Okay, now after this I am going to write one example program using all these operators. Okay, okay, now I am writing one example program using these operators. Okay, now let us write the program. Hash include stdio.h int main function I am writing here. Don't worry about these functions. When I take functions classes videos, at that time you will understand what is function, what is int main, void main, all those things. Okay, now declaration part, int a b c. Okay, understood? This is the declaration part I am writing. Next, A I am assigning 10, B I am assigning, here we have to use only two things. Okay, two operands. So A is A and B. In declaration part I have declared as integers, and A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20 I am taking, right? Declaration part is over, assigning part is also over. Okay, next I am going to print the values first. Let me print the values on the screen. Okay, to print the values you have to write printf, open the braces, /n, the value of A is %d. Why I am writing %d is already you know that, because I want to print the numerical value of A. Okay, next close it, comma, where is that a value? In a, so I am writing a here. Okay, next printf slash n, the value of b is percentile d, open, close it, close comma, and say b, close it. Next, don't worry about the outputs. I will discuss about the outputs afterwards. Let me write the program. Okay, printf open braces slash n. Now here, from here I am using operators, relational operators. You just check it out. Now what I want to print there, whether a is greater than b, okay, or a is less than b. Now a is less than b. Okay, I want to print the value. So what it will give, actually what is the usage of this, what is the purpose of relational operators here? Now here I am checking the condition. If a is less than b, then see, I will complete this one. A is less than b, I am giving here. Okay, now what is that condition here we are giving? A is less than b, that means a is 10, b is 20. So now a is less than b means this condition is satisfying or not. If this condition is true, it will return the value 1. If this condition is false, then it will return the value 0. Okay, now what about this condition? A is less than b. A is less than b means a is 10, 10 is less than 20. So condition is satisfying. So the condition is true here. So it will return the value 1. Okay, understood? I will explain you afterwards. Let me write the program. Okay, next. Now printf a is greater than b. Percentile d, a is greater than b. Right? Am I right? A is greater than b. Now printf slash n, a is already less than is over, greater than over. Now a is equal to b. Percentile d, close it. Now a is equal to b. Okay. Now printf. Now a is less than or equal to b. Percentile d, comma. Here what you are going to write, a is less than or equal to b. That means two conditions you are giving there. So if this satisfies, it gives the value true, 1. If that condition is false, then it gives 0. Okay. Next, printf slash n, a is greater than or equal to b. Percentile d, close it. A is greater than or equal to b, close it. Okay. Now printf, again what you are going to, less than equal to over, greater than equal to over. One more is a is not equal to, last one, not equal to b. Percentile d. Now here why are you writing, why I am writing percentile d is, it has to give the numerical value 1 or 0. Okay. And now I am closing here by writing a is not equal to b. Right. So how many over? A is less than b, a is greater than b, a equal to b, a is less than or equal to, a is greater than or equal to, a is not equal to. Now I am closing again this one. Right, now our program is completed. Now I will tell you the outputs, what happens, what type of outputs you will get for each statement. Okay, now I will take the first statement. The value of a here is, the value of a is in a variable. What is the value stored? 10. So outputs will be like this. So 10 is 10 is given on the screen. Okay, now value of B is 20, so it will give 20. Now here sorry, A is less than B. Now just check it out whether A is less than B. A is 10, whether 10 is less than B, B is 20. So this condition is satisfying. That means it is true. This condition is true. So if the condition is true, it is going to give value, return the value 1. So 1 will be declared, displayed on the output. Okay, displayed as the output on the screen, right? Now A is greater than B. Now just check it out. A is 10 greater than 20. Is it correct? So this is wrong. So that means the condition is false. Then it's going to give the value as 0, right? Sorry, here I have to write. Okay, 0 here. Next, A is equal to B. Now you just check it out whether 10 is equal to 20. No. So the condition is false. So it's going to give the return the value 0 again. Next, A is less than or equal to B. That means the condition, both the conditions you are using here, it has to check whether A is less than or B, or A is equal to B. Both the conditions you are using. If any one is satisfied, it gives the true result. Okay. Now we will check it out. A is less than B. Already you know A is less than B. So one condition is satisfied. Or A is equal to A is equal to B. So what happens? A is equal to B. No, wrong. So one condition is satisfied. So then it will give true only if one condition. Here you are using or. So if any one condition is satisfied, less than or equal to satisfied, any one of the condition is satisfied, then it is going to give the true value only. So the condition is true, then it's going to return 1. Okay. Next, A is greater than or equal to B. That means you just take it out. A is greater than or equal to B's condition is false. Now you just check A is equal to B. This condition is also false. So this is false, this is false. The condition is totally false. Then what is the result? Result will be 0. Okay. Next, A is not equal to B. What is not equal to here? Just check it out. A is not equal to B. Not equal to B. That means 10 is not equal to 20, no? So the condition is satisfying here. So condition is true. If condition is true, then it's going to return the 1 value. Value 1. Right? So these are the outputs for this program. So all these things, all these relational operators or comparison operators are used. These operators are used in control structures. I am again telling you that it is used in control structures like conditional and loop statements. Okay. With this, I have completed the relational operators. Okay. Hope you liked this video. If you like it, please give a thumbs up to it, and if you are newly watching it, please subscribe the channel. Okay then. Thank you.